Have you ever felt that unsettling tremor, that subtle crack in your composure, when life unexpectedly throws a curveball? Perhaps it's a sudden career setback, a personal crisis, or simply the relentless pressure of daily demands. In those moments, we often reach for quick fixes, positive affirmations, distracting ourselves, or hoping things will magically improve. But what if true resilience isn't found in avoiding discomfort, but in cultivating an unshakable inner strength that allows you to stand firm no matter the storm? This isn't about ignoring pain. It's about learning to transform it into the very fuel for your growth in the relentless pace of modern life, where unpredictability has become the new normal. How often do you truly feel grounded, centered, and in control of your reactions? For many of us, navigating demanding professional landscapes and complex personal relationships can feel like walking a tightrope. We yearn for stability, for a roadmap to navigate the inevitable challenges without crumbling under pressure. What if the secret to achieving profound inner peace and unwavering strength lies not in changing your external circumstances, but in profoundly mastering your internal world? The timeless wisdom of Stoicism offers not just theories, but a battle-tested blueprint for building a mind so robust, so resilient, that it can face anything life throws your way. Are you tired of feeling overwhelmed, easily swayed by external events, or constantly chasing an elusive sense of peace? For those of us in the 35 to 45 age range, we've accumulated enough life experience to know that positive thinking alone won't get you through the toughest times. What you need is genuine fortitude, a robust mental framework that allows you to thrive amidst chaos, not just survive it. This isn't about becoming emotionless or unfeeling. It's about cultivating a deep well of inner calm and clarity that empowers you to respond wisely rather than react impulsively. If you're ready to unlock an authentic, unwavering strength that comes from within, then prepare to transform your entire approach to life's challenges. Welcome to StoicCraft, where we explore timeless wisdom to help you forge an unshakable mind and live a life of profound purpose and impact. Today, we're revealing 8 core Stoic principles that are not just ancient philosophical ideas, but potent, practical tools you can immediately apply to become incredibly resilient and capable, no matter what happens around you. 1. Everything is neutral until you decide otherwise. Think about a child crying because their ice cream cone fell. To them, it feels like the end of the world, a catastrophic event. But to an adult, it's just a minor mishap, something that can be easily fixed with another scoop, or simply forgotten amidst the vastness of life. The fascinating and profound truth here isn't about the ice cream. It's about the interpretation. The ice cream itself is neutral. The fall is neutral. It's the child's judgment of the event, their belief that it shouldn't have happened, or that it is terrible, that causes the profound suffering. This simple analogy holds a universe of wisdom from Stoicism. Nothing external has inherent power to disturb you, upset you, or make you miserable unless you allow it to. Events, circumstances, and even other people's actions are, in themselves, neutral. They possess no inherent emotional charge. The power, the emotional impact, is entirely derived from the meaning you choose to assign to them, the judgment you place upon them. We often mistakenly believe that our emotions are direct, unavoidable consequences of external events. Someone cuts you off in traffic, and you instantly feel furious. Your boss criticizes your work, and you immediately feel deflated or angry. A plan goes awry, and you automatically feel defeated. But this isn't how it truly works. Between the external event and your emotional reaction lies a crucial, often unnoticed space. Your interpretation, your judgment. The Stoics taught that true freedom begins when you recognize this space. When you realize that you possess the power to choose your interpretation, you reclaim your emotional autonomy. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This isn't just a clever phrase. It's a profound blueprint for emotional mastery. Consider Mark, a middle manager who always seemed to remain incredibly calm under immense pressure. One day, a major client unexpectedly pulled out of a crucial project, causing significant financial repercussions. Other managers were panicking, shouting, blaming. Mark, however, calmly stated, "Okay, this is an unexpected development. The fact itself is neutral. Our reaction and next steps are what truly matter." He immediately gathered his team, focused on solutions, and within days they had salvaged the situation. His calm wasn't a facade. It was the direct result of understanding that the event itself didn't have to define their emotional state or their actions. So, how do you practice this liberating principle? The next time something bad happens, pause. Take a deep breath. Before your usual automatic emotional reaction kicks in, ask yourself, is this truly inherently bad, or am I making it bad with my judgment? Practice seeing events as neutral inputs and then consciously choose a response that aligns with your highest self, rather than being swept away by an automatic emotional surge. This is not about suppressing your feelings. It's about understanding their origin and choosing whether to be ruled by them or to calmly guide them. Because when you learn to control your judgments, you don't just build a stronger mind. You build an unbreakable spirit. 2. Practice voluntary discomfort in a world that constantly sells us on comfort, convenience, and instant gratification. The idea of voluntarily seeking discomfort sounds almost absurd. Why would anyone willingly choose to make things harder for themselves? Yet for the Stoics, and for anyone who truly seeks to build an incredibly resilient mind, voluntary discomfort is not a punitive act. It is, in fact, an essential form of mental and spiritual training. It's like building mental calluses, preparing yourself for the inevitable hardships that life will undoubtedly throw your way. We live in an age where any hint of discomfort, physical, emotional, or mental, can be instantly alleviated. Feeling a little bored? Scroll endlessly. A little hungry? Order food instantly. Feeling a little challenged? Give up. But this constant avoidance of discomfort makes us incredibly soft, emotionally fragile, and profoundly unprepared for genuine adversity. When a real crisis hits, we crumble because we've never built the inner muscle to withstand even minor discomfort. Seneca, the Roman Stoic, regularly practiced voluntary poverty. He would wear simple clothes, eat meager food, and sleep on hard ground, even though he was a wealthy and influential man. Why? Not to punish himself, but to test his inner resilience, to remind himself that true happiness doesn't depend on external comforts, and to strip away the fear of losing everything. He knew that the best way to prevent suffering from potential loss was to frequently imagine and experience that loss in a controlled manner. Think about a time you intentionally pushed yourself beyond your comfort zone. Perhaps it was a challenging workout, a difficult conversation you needed to have, or a new skill you struggled to learn. In the moment, it felt hard. But afterward, didn't you feel an undeniable surge of pride, a deeper sense of capability? That's the power of voluntary discomfort. It proves to yourself, quietly but profoundly, I can handle this. I am stronger than I thought. So, how do you integrate this powerful practice into your daily life? Especially if you're in the 35 to 45 age bracket where habits are often deeply ingrained. Start small. Take cold showers a few times a week, even just for 30 seconds at the end of your warm one. Fast for a single meal once a week. Walk to the store instead of driving. Choose the stairs instead of the elevator. Turn off your phone for a full hour each evening. These aren't just arbitrary challenges. They are deliberate acts of self-mastery. Every time you choose discomfort over convenience, you are sending a powerful message to your subconscious mind. I am in control, not my impulses. I am capable of enduring difficulty. This builds mental toughness, strengthens your willpower, and inoculates you against the fear of future hardship. When real adversity strikes, you won't be a stranger to discomfort. You'll have a trained mind, ready to face it head-on. Because the true secret to staying strong isn't avoiding pain. It's learning to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. That precisely is how you become truly unbreakable. 3. Focus only on what you can control. This is the foundational principle of Stoicism, and arguably the most liberating truth you can ever internalize. In life, there are countless things beyond our direct influence: the weather, the economy, other people's opinions, global events, past mistakes, even our own bodies and health beyond a certain point. We often waste immense amounts of energy, emotional and mental, raging against these external forces, worrying about what we cannot change, or trying to manipulate outcomes that are simply not within our power. This constant struggle against the uncontrollable is the primary source of frustration, anxiety, and profound unhappiness. The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, clearly delineated this fundamental distinction. They taught us to relentlessly focus our attention and energy only on what is up to us, our judgments, our impulses, our desires, our aversions, and most importantly, our reactions. Everything else is outside our direct control and should be regarded as indifferent, meaning it neither inherently good nor bad in itself, and therefore not a source of suffering. Imagine yourself as the captain of a ship. You cannot control the wind, the waves, or the unpredictable storms. Trying to do so would be an act of profound folly. But you can control the setting of your sails, the steering of your rudder, and your own preparedness for the journey. Your power lies in mastering your vessel and your response to the elements, not in controlling the elements themselves. So often, we are like those captains futilely trying to calm the storm. We worry incessantly about what others think of us, about events that have already transpired, or about future scenarios that may never even materialize. This leads to paralyzing anxiety, unproductive rumination, and a profound sense of powerlessness. Consider The story of a seasoned CEO facing a market downturn. Some of his peers are panicking, constantly checking stock prices and railing against government policies. This CEO, however, calmly states, "I cannot control the market, nor can I control political decisions. What I can control are our company's expenditures, our product development, and our team's morale." He then directs all his energy and focus on these internal, controllable aspects. While others are consumed by worry, he is actively and effectively managing his sphere of influence, making calm, rational decisions. This principle is not about indifference or apathy. It's about strategic allocation of your most precious resources, your attention and your energy. When you consciously choose to redirect your focus from the uncontrollable to the controllable, you instantly reclaim your power. You move from a reactive state to a proactive one. So how do you practically apply this? The next time you find yourself worrying or feeling frustrated, pause. Ask yourself, is this truly within my sphere of control? Can I take a direct, immediate action to change this outcome? If the answer is no, then practice the profound act of letting go. Accept what is, and then redirect your energy to something you can influence. This shift is not easy. It requires constant vigilance and deliberate practice. But every time you successfully apply it, you strengthen your mind, reduce unnecessary suffering, and cultivate an unshakable inner peace that remains untouched by the external chaos of the world. This is the ultimate secret to true freedom. 4. Don't resist what is. This truth is closely linked to focusing on what you can control, but it delves deeper into the profound importance of acceptance. Our natural human inclination, when faced with an unpleasant reality, is to resist it, to fight against it, to wish it weren't so. We might deny it, complain about it, or even try to force a different outcome that isn't available. But this resistance, this futile struggle against what is the primary source of much of our emotional anguish. The more fiercely you resist what is already here, already happened, or already true, the more profoundly you suffer. Life doesn't always go the way we want it to. There are days when meticulously crafted plans fall apart, when circumstances beyond our influence derail our best intentions, or when profound injustices occur seemingly without rhyme or reason. In those moments, our instinctive reaction is often to blame, to get angry, or to descend into self-pity. We spend countless hours, days, even years, raging against the past, lamenting missed opportunities, or wishing people were different. But this resistance changes nothing in the external world. It only intensifies our internal torment. The Stoics taught acceptance not as passive resignation, but as an active, deliberate embrace of reality. It's about acknowledging what is without judgment or struggle, so you can then decide how to respond virtuously and effectively within that reality. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, often reminded himself to accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. This means wholeheartedly engaging with the present reality, even if it's not what you desired. Think about a river. If you try to push against its current, you will exhaust yourself. But if you learn to navigate with the current, to work with its flow, you can move forward gracefully and powerfully. Life is much like that river. The currents are the circumstances, events, and people that are simply there. Trying to force them to be different or to go against their nature is a futile exercise that only leads to exhaustion and suffering. So, when a setback occurs, when someone behaves in a way you find unacceptable, or when a situation unfolds contrary to your expectations, pause. Instead of immediately resisting, ask yourself, can I change this external reality? If the answer is no, then practice the profound act of acceptance. This doesn't mean you like it, approve of it, or condone it. It simply means you acknowledge it for what it is, and from that place of calm acceptance, you can then choose your next deliberate action. This principle is incredibly empowering because it shifts your focus from a fruitless external battle to an internal mastery of your mind. When you stop resisting what is, you free up immense mental and emotional energy that was previously consumed by struggle. This energy can then be redirected toward productive solutions, creative adaptation, and the cultivation of inner peace. Because true strength doesn't come from winning every external fight. It comes from mastering your own internal landscape, accepting reality, and moving forward with unwavering composure. 5. Embrace adversity as an opportunity. Our natural human inclination is to avoid adversity at all costs. We see challenges, setbacks, and difficult times as inherently bad, as obstacles to our happiness and progress. But for the Stoics, adversity was not something to be feared or avoided. It was, in fact, an indispensable teacher, a crucible in which true character is forged, and an unparalleled opportunity for profound growth. They believed that just as a blacksmith uses fire to shape and strengthen iron, life uses challenges to temper and fortify the human spirit. Consider this profound shift in perspective. What if every single difficulty you face is not a punishment, but a meticulously designed test? What if every setback isn't a dead end, but a hidden pathway to a deeper understanding of yourself and the world? When viewed through this Stoic lens, adversity transforms from a source of suffering into a powerful catalyst for personal evolution. Think about the most successful and resilient individuals you know, those who inspire you with their unwavering spirit. Did their strength emerge from a life of effortless ease? Or was it forged in the fires of significant challenges, painful failures, and relentless obstacles? Often, it's the latter. They didn't just endure hardship. They actively leveraged it, extracting invaluable lessons and developing new capabilities. The Stoic philosopher Seneca eloquently expressed this idea. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. He encouraged us to welcome challenges, to see them as invitations to practice virtue, to develop resilience, and to sharpen our problem-solving skills. When you encounter a problem, don't immediately ask, "Why me?" Instead ask, "What is this trying to teach me? How can I use this to become stronger, wiser, and more compassionate?" Consider the analogy of a tree. A tree that grows in a sheltered, perfectly manicured garden may appear beautiful, but its roots are shallow and its branches are weak. It can be easily uprooted by the first strong gust of wind. But a tree that grows on a windswept cliff constantly, battered by storms, develops deep, tenacious roots and a strong, flexible trunk. It is truly formidable precisely because of the adversity it has faced. You are that tree. The storms of life, if embraced, will give you deeper roots, not break. So, how do you practically embrace adversity? When the next challenge arrives, resist the urge to immediately complain or succumb to despair. Instead, consciously frame it as an opportunity. Ask yourself, what new skill can I develop from this? How can this make me more patient, more courageous, or more adaptable? What insight can I gain that I wouldn't have learned otherwise? This doesn't mean you won't feel pain or frustration. It means you won't allow those feelings to define your entire experience. You will acknowledge them, process them, and then consciously choose to focus on the growth potential inherent in the difficulty. Because when you embrace adversity as an opportunity, you don't just survive challenges. You actively leverage them to become the strongest, most resilient version of yourself. This is the true alchemy of Stoicism, turning lead into gold, suffering into strength. 6. Understand that emotions are not facts. This is a profound, liberating truth that can fundamentally reshape your relationship with your inner world. In our modern society, we're often encouraged to feel our feelings, to express every emotion as if it were an undeniable, objective truth. While acknowledging emotions is healthy, the Stoics made a crucial distinction. Emotions are reactions or impressions, not necessarily accurate reflections of reality, and certainly not commands that must be obeyed. Just because you feel angry, fearful, or inadequate doesn't mean that reality is truly anger-inducing, terrifying, or that you are inadequate. Our emotions are often impulsive, fleeting, and based on our immediate, unexamined judgments. They can be incredibly powerful, influencing our thoughts and actions in profound ways. But they are not always reliable guides. If you let every strong emotion dictate your actions, you will live a life of constant reactivity, swayed by every passing storm of feeling, unable to make calm, rational decisions. Think about a moment when you felt a surge of intense anger. Perhaps someone said something that triggered you. In that moment, your anger felt like an undeniable truth, urging you to lash out, to defend yourself, to prove your point. But a few hours later, once the emotion had subsided, did you still feel the same way? Did you realize your initial reaction might have been an overreaction based on a misunderstanding or an unexamined assumption? This common experience powerfully demonstrates that emotions are often transient and can distort our perception of reality. The Stoics taught us to cultivate a practice of dispassion, not meaning a lack of feeling, but a freedom from being enslaved by our feelings. They encouraged us to observe our emotions as if from a distance, without immediately identifying with them or acting on them. They understood that you can feel an emotion without being that emotion. You can feel angry without being an angry person. You can feel fear without being controlled by fear. So, how do you practically apply this? When a strong emotion arises, pause. Before reacting, ask yourself, is this emotion based on a factual assessment of the situation, or is it a judgment, an interpretation, or an impulse? Try to create a small space, even just a few seconds, between the initial feeling and your response. In that space, you reclaim your power. Imagine yourself as a wise judge observing a trial. Your emotions are like passionate witnesses, offering compelling, often dramatic testimony. But you, the judge, have the ultimate responsibility to weigh the evidence. to apply reason and to deliver a just verdict, rather than simply being swayed by the loudest voice. This principle empowers you to respond with intentionality rather than simply reacting. It enables you to make decisions based on your values and reason, even when your emotions are clamoring for something else. It allows you to feel the full spectrum of human emotions without being tossed about by their whims. Because when you understand that your emotions are not always reliable facts, you free yourself to choose your actions wisely, to live with greater composure, and to build a mind that is truly steady and unshakable, regardless of the internal storms that may momentarily brew. This is true emotional mastery. 7. The only constant is change. This truth might seem obvious, yet we spend an enormous amount of energy resisting it. We cling to what is familiar, to past successes, to comfortable routines, and to people and situations as if they will remain precisely the same forever. But the fundamental nature of the universe is flux, constant motion, perpetual transformation. Every single thing, relationships, careers, health, possessions, even our own bodies and minds, is in a continuous state of becoming, changing, and eventually passing away. Our suffering often arises not from change itself, but from our stubborn resistance to its inevitable arrival. Think about the seasons. Spring gives way to summer, summer to autumn, and autumn to winter. Each season has its own unique beauty and challenges. Imagine trying to force summer to last forever, or to prevent winter from arriving. It would be an act of profound futility, leading only to immense frustration and misery. Yet, we often apply this same futile resistance to the cycles of our own lives. A job ends, a friendship fades, a beloved place is transformed, our bodies age. These are not failures of life. They are simply the inherent nature of life. When we resist these changes, we lament the past, fear the future, and are unable to fully engage with the present moment. This makes us brittle, easily broken by the slightest shift in circumstances. The Stoics taught amor fati, love of fate. This isn't a passive acceptance of whatever happens. It's an active, even joyful embrace of all that unfolds, including the challenges and the changes. It's about recognizing that everything that happens for a reason within the larger fabric of the cosmos, and that your highest good lies in aligning your will with the flow of reality, rather than fighting against it. So, how do you practically apply this? Cultivate a mindset of adaptability and impermanence. When a change occurs, instead of immediately labeling it as good or bad, pause. Observe it. Ask yourself, what new opportunities does this change present? How can I adjust my sails to navigate this new current? This approach transforms fear of the unknown into curiosity and resilience. Consider the analogy of a tree in the wind. A stiff, unbending tree will snap in a strong storm, but a flexible tree, one that sways and moves with the wind, will bend but not break. You are that tree. When life's winds of change blow, choose to be flexible, adaptable, and willing to evolve. This truth also liberates you from holding on to things too tightly, possessions, outcomes, even identities. When you understand that everything is transient, you learn to appreciate things in the moment, without the burden of clinging to them or fearing their inevitable departure. It frees you to live with greater lightness, gratitude, and an open heart ready to embrace whatever new experiences the ever-changing tapestry of life presents. Because when you accept that the only constant is change, you don't just survive, you learn to truly thrive in a world of endless transformation. 8. Life is a game. Play it wisely. This final truth might initially sound overly simplistic, but within it lies profound Stoic wisdom. The Stoics often viewed life not as a series of random events to be endured, but as a grand, intricate game to be played with skill, strategy, and virtue. This perspective doesn't diminish life's seriousness or its inherent challenges. Instead, it empowers you to approach every situation with a strategic mindset, to focus on what you can control, and to play your part with excellence. Regardless of the hand you've been dealt. In any game, there are rules, opponents, unforeseen circumstances, and moments of both victory and defeat. You cannot control every card you receive, every roll of the dice, or every move your opponent makes. But you can control how you play your hand, your own strategy, your attitude, and your effort. This is precisely how the Stoics viewed life. We often get caught up in complaining about the rules of the game. Life isn't fair, or the opponents, other people, are difficult, or the bad luck, unforeseen challenges. This external focus breeds frustration and victimhood. But when you adopt the mindset of a wise player, your focus shifts inward. How can I play my absolute best right now with what I have? This doesn't mean life is trivial or without consequence. Far from it. A true gamer takes their game seriously, but they don't descend into despair when they lose a round. They analyze what went wrong, learn from their mistakes, and prepare to play better in the next round. They understand that progress comes from consistent effort and strategic adjustments, not from wishing the game was easier. So, how do you embody this wisdom? Begin by recognizing the rules of life, the things you cannot control, the external, the past, others' opinions, and the things you can control, your judgments, reactions, actions, character. Then approach every day, every challenge, every interaction as an opportunity to play your best game. When you face a setback, instead of seeing it as a personal failure, view it as a lost round in the game. What can you learn from it? How can you adjust your strategy for the next turn? When you encounter a difficult person, instead of reacting emotionally, ask yourself, how can I wisely navigate this interaction? What is the most virtuous move I can make here? This perspective instills a profound sense of agency and reduces unnecessary emotional suffering. It allows you to engage fully with life, to strive for excellence, and to even find joy in the process, knowing that your power lies not in controlling outcomes, but in mastering your own performance. Because when you truly understand that life is a game, you stop being a passive spectator and become an active, skilled, and intentional player, ready to face any challenge with unwavering composure and strategic wisdom. And that precisely is the secret to staying strong, no matter what happens. We've now explored 8 core Stoic principles designed to build an incredibly resilient mind, a mind so strong, so steady that it commands quiet respect, not because you pretend to be strong, but because you live with unwavering consistency, profound calm, and absolute control, even when life is pure chaos. These aren't just abstract philosophies. They are powerful tools given to us by ancient wisdom, designed to help you become the strongest, most authentic version of yourself. True mental strength doesn't come from favorable circumstances. It comes from how you choose to respond when the odds are stacked against you, from choosing wisdom over impulse, acceptance over resistance, and action over stagnation. If this discussion resonated deeply within you, if it offered a fresh perspective or a path forward you hadn't considered before, please take a moment to hit the like button. Your support genuinely helps this wisdom reach others who might need it just as much. I truly want to hear your thoughts. What specific principle resonated most profoundly with you today? What challenging situation are you currently navigating, where applying one of these principles could make a real difference? Share your insights in the comments below so we can all grow together and support each other on this journey. If you know someone who could genuinely benefit from cultivating an unbreakable mind, consider sharing this video with them. And most importantly, if you haven't already, subscribe to StoicCraft. Your journey to self-mastery is only just beginning, and there is so much more valuable content, insightful lessons, and practical strategies yet to come, all meticulously designed to empower you to cultivate a powerful mindset, take full control of your life, and become the strongest, most authentic version of yourself. Thank you for being here, for your courage in embracing this wisdom, and we'll see you soon.